Hello there, my name is Cramps, and I'm getting goddamn addicted by this hardcore self-found journey here, which is a real problem, because I got shit to do, but alright, we're having fun, that's what matters. Yeah, just a small update here from day 4 of our race here against Juxtaposer. So we've been farming torches, both of us. None of us have gotten that elusive pallet torch yet, but we'll get there eventually, I guess. But after doing a lot of holy bolts, I really wanted to swap my build. And, well, you're kind of limited by whatever drops you get. So I decided to like roll some dice and try slamming some shit and see what I can build from that. So, gonna show you a little Slamfest here. Got a few juicy items compared to this being self-found. And after that, I'll show you what we got and what build we went with. Alright, a little update on the SSF journey here. We have a small little Slamfest. It's not often you do this on solo self-found, but we have some decent items we want to slam. So let's get into it. First off, we're gonna slam some of the lesser items, I guess. Have 2 pair of Titan script. Don't know what I'd use them for, but that could be useful, especially for illusion. First pair. Increased chance of blocking. That's pretty good slam. It's a shame the roll on the base wasn't great, but 26 block on Titan's grip. That's like the best slam you can get on that, right? The other pair with 19 is obviously gonna die. We have 2 Saracens. One of them is complete garbage. 30 ED, 16 ORS, so this one is gonna brick. Shit. Oh, the other one is not great either. 43 ED, 19 ORS. So that's the brick. Alright, so that's how you do it. So the second one is gonna brick every time. Gonna remember that for the Gore Foots here, or Goblin Gore Riders rather. Alright. Another coil, another brick, Tri-Res, Strength, and FHR, not terrible for SSF. Drax, we already break a pair of these earlier, and these are kind of shitty. 5 LPK. Seems to live though. Cold Dress, alright. There are Mermans, which would be great for a Cold Sack or Vengeance. Come on, LPK. Oh, I called it. 2 LPK. That's a great slam. Kiras. Terrible roll, but the only Kiras we gotten. 11, 10, 12, 30 Ores. Let's keep calling the things, I guess. 3 Sockets. LPK. Alright, that's good as... Well, that's pretty good. Not a bad slam at all. Alright. We have 3 shields. Not sure I want to slam the headhunters. Yeah, why not? We have enough shots for it. Alright, bye-bye. Twilights, which would be great for physical sacrifice. Smite. 3 sockets. Let's go. Other than 1 skill, that's the best slam. So I can get my reses in there. That's pretty good. Alma. This is probably where I would want the 3 sockets though. I really want this to survive. This could be a key to a lot of builds. And it's got the base graphics, right? So you don't know if it changed. Attacker takes damage. Oh, it survived. Alright. So we have 2 pair of Gore Riders. 18 Deadly Strike and 20. So we're gonna do the 20 first, because that's how it works apparently. No, it's not. Game made me do this. God damn. Indestructible. 40 light rest and 40 fire rest. That's a lot of rest though. Shit, slam. For a brick. Alright. These are gonna survive, right? Same color at least. Magic Find. Yeah, it's pretty good for mapping. It's not bad at all. I'll take that. And the biggest item. Schaefer's Hammer. The only good weapon I found so far to be able to make some kind of build with. The best things we can get on here would be a double IS slam, IS crushing blow, probably some kind of IS slam, or 4 holes. Come on, please let this survive. Did it change? Felt like it did. It didn't. Ooh, ED deadly. Alright, so that's a puzzle box item. If I had a puzzle box, then that is usually the best slam. If you're a barbarian at least. Alright, this was a pretty good session. ED Deadly Strike. Free Socket Twilights. LBK Moments. I guess LPK Kyrus is alright. Max block or increased chance of blocking Titans. And some items that at least survive. These 3 are pretty good to have survive. Alright, GG's. So yeah, we got some juices in there. And we definitely got an indication of where to go. So, our new build is a sacrifice build, and it's a physical sacrifice build. So, max fanaticism, max sacrifice, well, a lot of points into joust at least. So we have a cooldown of 1.9 seconds at the moment. And we threw a lot of points into Holy Shield as well, just this being hardcore and all. I am at max block, but I could save some dexterity points by putting points in here. So that's what we went with. Other than that, max fanaticism, obviously. That's my main aura, but it's also a synergy for sacrifice. And maxed redemption, that's the other synergy. For the gear, I'm obviously using that Schaefer's Hammer, man, because that thing is just that's a goddamn nice item to get in Soul Self-Found. ED Deadly Strike. For the armor, I'm using a shaft top, 30 PDR, the only shaft top I found. Actually, the only unique armor with PDR, 30 PDR on this one, and a decent slam, at least for mapping, with faster run walk. And this might end up being the T2D clone armor if we get a P-box and hit 2 sockets on it. Both of these items are not socketed yet because I want to P-box them. I don't want to waste the opportunity to get 2 sockets on both of them. Same with the helm I'm using, which is an Andariel's with a Curse Rest slam. You might think, oh, Curse Rest, that's not a great slam. But yeah, I don't mind it that much. It's a pretty useful slam to have in the Rathma fight. So yeah, gonna P-box that as well. I am using a Maras. This was the first Maras we found. We eventually slammed it. Because, well, so far I found 3 Maras, no Mahimokes, 1 Nokusan. So more Maras than anything else, which is goddamn broken. This was the worst rest one, but it was the best slam. We had one that bricked, and the other one got pierce, which is the worst slam possible. So this is pretty decent. It's a lot of stat points. For the shield, I am using that Twilight from the video as well. And in honor of our American friends out there, we went with the trusty old red, white, and blue in there. Because the reses, that's what we needed. We needed fire and we needed cold. So usually you would see like P gems or P diamonds in here. But the P ruby gives me 40 fire res, and the sapphire gives me 40 cold res, which is what I needed, because there's already inherent lightning res on Twilights, and there's a buttload on Schaefer's as well. For the boots, we went with the surviving pair of Gore Riders with Magic Find, which is a decent slam for mapping at least. For the rings, I'm wearing a Dual Leech, attack rating, dex, mana, fire res, LPK ring. It's not great, but it is great for sustain at least. So that's something. String of Ears, the only string of ears we've gotten so far. 8-14, pretty good rolls. Pretty bad slam though. Light res, but it's giving me some PDR. So with the shaft stop, I'm at 44 PDR. Ravenfrost, the only one I've found so far. Shit rolls, but gives me CBF and attack rating and dex and whatnot. For the gloves, School Heights with an all-res slam. So I needed 20 IS from here. And damage to undead is something. And like 6 all-res, 31 life, and mana leech. Pretty decent. The charms are not that great yet. Just using some of the magic skill damage charms, because for the explosion on sacrifice. This is probably the best charm we got so far, and FHR 6 max, 41 attack rating, LC. Another FHR one with some light res. Light res is obviously not needed, but it's the only hit recovery one that had anything on there, so let's just use that. I'm only at the 27 FHR breakpoint, which I'm not very happy about. So probably whenever we get to P-box one of these items, I'm gonna put a shale in one of them to hit 48 at least. That'll be nice. Oh, we got another hit recovery one, I guess, with defense. And for the rest, some fire res, some damage, cold res, fire res, a few magic find just to get something in there to help us with some drops, some rifles. Really nice small charm with 35 attack rating, 17 life, which actually that put me over the top to reach 100% hit rate. It's 99 without this, so that was perfect. The Annie, the only one I found so far. I'm just saving the entries for later, so that the kills are quick and doesn't cost me as many retues. The magic skills, 33 life. Yeah, Sorcerer's Torch. Best stat stick so far. 53 Vida, 16 Auras. Geats. 1-1-3, 1-3, 3-1. Kind of like the stats on there. Kind of funny. It's not the greatest, but it's decent. FHR Auras GC. Life Auras GC. And a 8 max, 10 life. Not the greatest, but you gotta work with what you're given. For the mercenary, I went with an Act 1 mercenary, a Fist version, to get the most procs from amp damage. I could go with like an Act 5 or an Act 4 even for the amp, but the Fizz Merc from Act 1 has Strafe, which is the most reliable source of amp in my opinion, or in my experience. I usually use, if I use a Wrath bow, I use the Fizz version just for that reason, because the Strafe really makes the procs go pew pew. Some would probably use Vigor instead, but yeah, doesn't really make sense to me. She's got a free OS Crown of Thieves. I used this on my previous mercs. I haven't really touched this. I just threw it on her. Some Magic Find on there as well. If she actually gets to the last hit, she doesn't. But it's something. There's some IS jewel in there, some ED jewels. Heavenly Garb, that provides the both of us with Sanctuary Aura, which helps. Especially for the explosion from Sacrifice. Gives you more damage, or well, it gives the enemies less resistance, let's say that. Pair of Drax, the only ones that survived. I've gotten 2 of these so far, so these are the only ones that survived. We just threw it on her to give her some sustain. I'm probably going to use this myself if I am able to swap some gear out and get IS from somewhere else, which is the only reason why I'm using Ghoul Heights instead. Otherwise I would be using these. A PDI belt with some res and life, and Marrowhawks for CBF. So yeah, let's take this guy out for a little stroll here in the Fall of Caldeum. I've only done a few maps with him, so I'm still just getting used to playing this build. I've tried some sacrifice builds before, but never Fizz Sac, which is a bit different, feels like. Especially when you have to do single target stuff where you use Seal instead to not kill yourself. I almost killed myself on the first map boss. So yeah. Well, I at least had to use some red juice, which was bad. I don't like using cuts. So yeah, as you see, we just kind of run around, do our joust whenever it's off cooldown, and kill some monsters. Yeah, it's pretty decent. Like the explosion really just clears everything right. And the sustain is great. Unless it's like mobs I can't leech from. So there are definitely some drawbacks from it. So like I don't have a lot of LPK. I have 3 LPK, which does help, but if I could do like a Royal Crypts map, it would be very bad for this build. So we're just going for this with this for now. Yeah, just a small demonstration of where we're at after 4 days. Very happily surprised with the clear speed we have so far. Like the first couple of maps we did was just under 10 minutes, which is pretty good, I think, with a self-found character after 4 days. So yeah, we're gonna do a few more updates, I guess. Definitely not gonna be daily updates. I do have other stuff to do, but probably a weekly update or something, or whenever something really exciting happens, or when we inevitably try out the builds. I'm gonna show that off, because I'm definitely gonna try some different builds with this character, because it's gonna be tedious and boring if we just do the same thing all through this journey. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys on Twitch if you care to come say hello and have a look at what we're doing, and yeah, subscribe if you want to see more, and give this little video a like, and write something profound in the comments below. See you later.